task we have now is to actually create a new world order, because the global order is changing again. And the institutions and rules that worked so well in the post-World War II era for decades, they need to be strengthened, and some have to be changed.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Never before has a new world order had to be assembled from so many different perceptions, or on so global a scale. Nor has any previous order had to combine the attributes of the historic balance of power system with global democratic opinion and the exploding technology of the contemporary period.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law. Such is a world worthy of our struggle and worthy of our children's future.
So, in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, a new world is emerging. It is a new world order with significantly different and radically new challenges.
It's my prophecy. Everyone dying, everyone frying, little ones crying. This my prophecy. Everyone dying, everyone frying, little ones crying. This my prophecy. Yeah, I be slaughtering these elites. You gotta be blessed if you're gonna be stepping to me. I never claimed to be a G from the streets. I'm just here to murder everything. How to play with cheats is torturing the elites. Bring them to the defeat, sending the courses and fleets. Being the sheets off of these racist bigots. Oh wait, it's a group of politicians, both Democratic and Republican. Tell me who got played. It was you, the American nation sensation. To vote for the same broken two-party system has this generation up in arms and ready to start a revolution. Prosecution of the innocents while the murderous politicians walk away free in the distance. I'm talking to you, Miss Clinton. Cause in this instance, our actions will be matched by a resistance. So it's time that we band together and end them all. Hate most rappers, but what I hate the most is those gangsters in Capitol Hill. Have no chill, I shoot for the thrill. My skill is to kill. Yeah, it's only here to kill. Open the eyes of the human population. I can't help it, it's my fixation, my deadly addiction. Trying to help you find your salvation. Bring your mind to a different elevation. This is my evaluation on the nation. Time for realization. Cause separation in the situation zone gonna lead to our foundation crumbling away. All our freedom is floating away. The end may come any day. There's nothing left for us to do but bow our heads and pray and beg for forgiveness. There's nothing left for us to do but bow our heads and pray for forgiveness. My prophecy. Everyone dying, everyone frying, little ones crying. This my prophecy. Everyone dying, everyone frying, little ones crying. This my prophecy. Yeah. If you choose to speak the truth, you end up in the news, head mounted on the wall just like a moose. One of the many casualties in the crusted schemes that haunted me in my dreams. No escape, it seems. COVID-19 is one of the many themes. It's silence that screams. And if you don't believe me, just wait and see. Yeah, cause we got radiation poison the seas, dried up rivers, streams, mountains crumbling away. No more sunny days, foggy and hazy always. They're taking away our dreams just like our river streams. Only enough supplies for the kings and the queen, while everyone else is on the streets rioting and defacing one another just to get enough to get by. They say only 10% of us will survive, while the rich sit back and thrive. They'll never take me alive. When will the aliens arrive? Probably the only thing to help us revive. Time to kick in overdrive, cause I'm sick of us being deprived and watching people starve and die. And it's time for us to come together as a hive. If we want any change chance to survive. You can say I'm full of lies, but this my advice. No more playing nice. Revolution is the prize if we want to live in paradise. So no thinking twice. I put myself up as sacrifice.
Come get me.
I've been speaking about this for years, but every time I open my mouth upon it, you looked at me like I was a Looney Tune and belonged in a little room with a white padding on the walls. Yeah, listen, I will always speak the truth and expose the government when I got to. It's my destiny, so let it be. So when I end up in the guillotine for speaking the truth, let that motherfucker sling. Panic and the fears will lead to murderous affairs. Global pandemic, we're living in a nightmare. COVID-19 is a scheme to put the country on lockdown, inflicting martial law, the mass arrest of the innocents. Empty Walmarts in your town, popping up as camps now. So welcome to the new world order. But how did this happen? How did we get here? Easy years and years of the plan being laid out right in front of us, but nobody giving a fuck. So now we're all stuck like a bunch of sitting ducks, getting picked off one by one. Genocide of the masses when it's all said and done. But don't get me wrong, I'm hoping I'm overthinking, and it's just a little virus that will pass fast, and society can get back to the life at hand. But it's times like this that we need to be together with an open heart and a helping hand, treating people decently. It's how society will make a recovery. COVID-19 got us going insane. Everyone is getting quarantined. COVID-19 got us going insane. Everyone locked in their homes, losing their brains.
Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control.
Mass slavery of the human population, domination of a civilization, assassination of the truth speakers, dreamers getting shot down, blowing down by the simple-minded, guided by the mainstream, so they play you. When you ever get a clue, they don't care for me or you. One for the game, they don't care how much pain it would take. So let me explain, it may sound insane, but all that remains who they choose. And if you don't follow the views, they're gonna lose. Hanging from a new shit, isn't this all old news? Haven't we been here before with the blacks and the Jews? They say if you don't learn from your history, you're doomed to repeat it. Well, shit, isn't that the truth? Well, bombings and dropping stock in courts, it starts the same with the horse's ass with no chance to pass, it's dead in the grass. The mass class we gas, cancel for those who do not follow. I know this hard to swallow. Hollow-minded, united, and guided inside by the 1%. This makes no sense, hence dumbing down the mass population. Confrontation between the races, more and more war amongst ourselves as the hand we dealt ourselves. And why we're living in a well-driven society, and you wonder why I got anxiety. Why I sit back quietly, steadily decreasing to a darker place. I'm known I lost a couple screws, but I know I choose not to follow the mainstream view. So I know I choose to lose. So I know I choose to hang by the news to get the truth to you. And I know they choose to use and abuse and confuse you and their false flags attacks. So you have the backs and the false foreign attacks. So the fat cats can fatten up the money stacks. It's all a part of the master plan. They laid it all across the land. They embedded and fed it to us ever since a young age. It's coming of a new age, new days, new ways. A revolution is a must. A must.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day.
I just like the sound of it.
Man, it's troubling days when the Clintons get away. It's troubling days when the Clintons get away. When the Clintons get away. It's troubling days when the Clintons get away. I'm sick of how many people they have on their pay. Must obey and do what they say. Do what they say. Or they have their way. Unless us dead in the grave. We're all a slave. The social media, only care about our shares and our likes and our followers, this and that. Constantly turn our blind eye to the facts. Pedophile Island, Epstein overshadowed by Area 51. only one? Am I the only one left that gives a fuck, that gives a fuck? Please, Lord, tell me I'm not the only one left. I said, please tell me I'm not the only one left. Feel like I'm blessed day to day to be able to say whatever I wanna say. Say, man, is America great? Great. The land of the free, the land of the brave. Ha, nah, more like the land of the slave. The land of the broken faith. The land of fed up and ain't taking it no more. So Congress, we're coming knocking at your door. Cause we the people are fed up and we ain't taking it no more. So Congress, we're coming knocking at your door. Cause we the people are fed up and we ain't taking it no more. It's troubling days when the Clintons get away, ayy. It's troubling days when the Clintons get away. It's troubling days when the Clintons get away. It's troubling days when the Clintons get away, ayy. It's troubling days when the Clintons get away. It's troubling days when the Clintons get away.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone. The good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. We have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls.
There's a war in the streets, it's how it's meant to be. There'll never be peace, especially when the government let the police cold-bloodedly kill my brother, man. I'm so sick and tired seeing all the suffering. Why you at home crying cause the internet keeps on buffering? And there's a mom at home in tears suffering cause her baby will never make it home. And if you don't see part of the problem, then you're part of the problem. There's so much potential for the humans to blossom. And if we treat each other with love and respect, instead of always being angry, going at each other's neck, we need to get ourselves in check before this whole world is wrecked. But most people won't listen, they wanna reject. All these disasters happening, and what did you expect? When we have no respect for Mother Nature and each other, there's so much negativity, energy flowing, our atmosphere is clear. We are the problem.
Those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed. The bitterness of men fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die. And the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish.
We got politicians blind with greed, sending our seeds overseas to die and bleed. The global conquer and death is what we ever unite in the fight to end global oppression. We got generations with false education. I don't care the implication. This is my declaration to fight for every nation, to be their defender. I got the dedication. Some say it's a suicide mission. I know it's gonna be my assassination. We got the suspected sight confirmation. Don't blink, pow. Now I'm dead. This is my destiny. So listen carefully. We're all meant to be living in peace, but money led to power and greed. Envy and jealousy took over every human. So now we're just walking around soulless, forgetting that we're all gods and goddesses, the makers of our future, the creators of our own happiness.
In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite.
K.A.S the Prophet. I'm about to go super saiyan, just saying I'm not a Saiyan man, not a fan of the corrupted man. About to start erupting on these little puppets, and no one coming at you with no musket. Just like my words, I'm coming at you like a sharpened sword to rip out your heart, give it a squeeze. Now I be drinking the blood of my enemies. These vicious tendencies are getting the best of me, making sure these tyrants pay for the criminal ways. I don't care the penalties. Their specialties manipulating you, propaganda every time you turn on the news. Career politicians making millions off of you. Federal authorities following my every move, cause the truth that I speak. So know now at the end it wasn't suicide, it was homicide to shut me up, to cover up my tracks is all the facts I be dropping. And no, I never will be stopping until the leaves come toppling down. Just like Jonestown, y'all gonna be resting in the ground. Just a lesson for the future generations of what used to be. I don't care if you're down with me. I'm still gonna make a better world for your family. All this blasphemy is a tragedy, innocent casualties in a greedy government invasion. Just envision no safe haven, just another nation's operations of occupation. Radiation poison the air cause of the chemical warfare. To have us live in a fair, to them we're easy to spare. Life was never meant to be fair. Those who sell their soul will prevail. I'd rather be a nobody than rot in hell.
Surreal the MC. Remove your spine with my mind blind time. A fine dine, a fine dimes. 2 nicks for a crime time. Taste great, late steaks like prime time. Hate fakes, well that's just my rhyme. Real sir, certified as a fine line. 8 ain't enough, well let's just buy 9. Millie silly, Molly clown like a blind mime. Lost watch, no clocks, cannot find time. Fine tune, that's a song with the grind bind. Drop meds on my head like cyanide. Fill forms for a fee like I-9. I hop for some flaps like a pint 9. Rhyme swap, trade spots on the line sign. Lines in a kind of find their own mind shine. Unsigned hype, Spotify grind. Confined brains gotta go bye-bye.
2 strikes.
K.A.S the Prophet confidential mixtape. Volume number 2, it's 2 strikes on the mic and I'm floating through the wind streams. Now shut the fuck up and listen to me. I'm not your average juggalo, not your average rapper, not your average father. So why even try to bother me with your illegitimate questions? Acting like you're always flexing. Now hold up, let me give you some direction. Skin color with complexion don't matter, put your ego up. This ain't a competition, this is domination. Severe lacerations causing you temptations of the mind state with my lyrical assassinations.
Out of it.
Baby girl's fine, looking sweeter than horchata. Let me come close to you and hit it like piñata. We can slow it down and you don't have to tell me nada. I'll have the rum and coke and you can sip on your colada. What's with all the small talk? I'm hearing yada yada. Acting like you're scared like I'm a holy chupacabra. I'm the type of dude you wanna take back to your mama. Not that big a deal, but I'm avoiding all the drama. Little piece of heaven and you leave with the stigmata. Come and take my hand and let my tongue do what it oughta. Compare moo hair taking down a whole armada. And when I see you again, it's gonna be a new saga. Old friends can catch up quick, slow jogger. I make my own drink so you can call me shot caller. Dogs bite quick when piss, Rottweiler. You ready for that raw art flow? Come holla.
When I speak of a revolution, I don't mean war. War is when the government tells you who the bad guy is. A revolution is when you decide for yourself. So it's time for us as humans to come together as one. It's time for us to rise, so no more cowering and hiding. It's time for us to unite.
Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase temporary safety deserve neither liberty or safety. Without freedom, I thought there was no wisdom, and no such thing as public liberty without freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is the principal pillar of a free government. When this is taken away, the constitution of our free society is ripped away, and their tyrannies erected on its ruins. So while y'all sitting back living in your illusion, the constitution's getting ripped apart. So it's time to do your part, cause united we stand. Yeah, they can't rip us apart, rip us apart. We were separated by race, separated by class, separated by this and that. I'm sick of all of that, so it's time that we show our strength in our number. Make sure the whole world hears the thunder, waking from your slumber. I'm like a plumber, draining the swamp with my plunger, picking them off one by one like a hunter. When a nation comes corrupted and vicious, they have more need for a master. This is a disaster, disaster. Fact of the matter, it's time to shatter the whole world around them like a glass and a hammer. Write a whole new chapter, send them to the rapture. I ain't claiming to be no pastor, but it's time for them to go take a nap in the pasture.
Go take a nap in the pasture.
Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind.
I just like the sound.
Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. God's will. God's will.
It's lyrical assault, bitch.
Bitch.